More Undead Chronic nonsense. Oh, wait, that's not the one. This is it right here. Okay, so our good friend Undead Chronic is roasting Richard Cooper in his, is salacious the right word? I have no idea. Slandering, whatever. Not to sit here and defend Richard Cooper because I think, yeah, there's inconsistencies in Richard Cooper, particularly when he confounds the red pill with Pua. Which, you know, I've criticized him for that before, and yeah, he's a profiteer, right? Just like Undead Chronic's a profiteer. So it's pretty hypocritical for Undead Chronic to sit there and claim that, oh, fresh and fit, Richard Cooper and, J-Molv are profiteers, while he himself is a profiteer. Like, I think that Undead Chronic is smarter than what he claims, or how he portrays himself. I think he knows that him being insulting and him being the shock edge lord that he is what gets him views, and that makes sense. I've never knocked that per se. I mean, like, you're a profiteer, but you're no better than Richard Cooper in a way. The difference is that your shtick is not, giving advice per se. Your shtick is tearing down. You create a toxic negativity, and you put a stamp on that of being red pilled or whatever you call yourself. I don't know if you're MGTOW, red pill. I don't know what you are, but during the J-Molv John Anthony lifestyle roast, as you call it, a roast, or the debate, whatever you want to call it, which is not hard to call out John Anthony, by the way. The guy's obviously a freaking fraud. The guy's obviously he's obviously a sociopath, liar. Duh. I mean, that's not hard, dude. Like, I mean, I think you did a good job, as I said in my last video, and as I say here, you did a good job of surgically taking apart J-Molv. Clap, clap. I'll give you credit. I mean, you did a good job. You're a clever guy. But it's not that hard to really. I mean, you held your composure, and a lot of people can't do that. So, kudos to you for that. But I know what you were doing, and I know you were mocking him the whole time that you were talking to him. You were laughing at it. I get it, dude. I get it that you think you're the cool guy on campus, and you think that you're the guy, like all the other. I don't know what the fuck, man. Like you're the you're the gym bro or whatever. Anyway, I'm still trying to learn how to use this phone. So my audio might sound like shit, but because this fucking iPhone 7s, the microphone is on the bottom, which makes no sense. Thanks, Steve Jobs. Anyway, I usually use Android. This right here is an Android. But anyway, all right. So he's roasting Richard Cooper, just like he's roasting J-Molv. And okay, you need views, blah, blah, blah. So I'm watching this stuff, and I'm just like, all right, it's like I don't follow Undead Chronic. I don't follow Hammerhand. Really, I don't follow any of these guys that much. Every once in a while, I will watch a Red Pill video. Every once in a while, I'll watch some Richard Cooper. Even though he's saying the same stuff over and over. Every once in a while, I'll watch some Rollo Tomasi, even though he's saying the same stuff over and over. Every once in a while, I'll watch some Undead Chronic, even though he's got the same shtick over and over. Right? Every once in a while, I'll watch some Hammerhand. It's all the same stuff. And every once in a while, I'll enjoy some of their content. Donovan Sharp, even once in a blue moon, fresh and fit, man. But anyway, so here's what I don't like. The pot calling the kettle black, man. It's hypocritical, right? It's hypocritical. You're sitting here like, oh, crying about how fucking Richard Cooper won't have you on his show. How come Richard Cooper won't have me on my show? It's like, dude, it's obvious. So I say, hey, Undead Chronic, probably the reason why none of these guys will have you on their platform is you can't go 30 seconds without insulting someone. Even if you don't respect them, that's immature behavior on your part. But I guess it gets you attention and YouTube shekels, so I get it, bro. And that's just the truth, man. Like, why would they have you on their platform? You're not helping them. You're not, you just want to tear them down. And it's obvious. Like, do you not understand that? Are you too high to get it, bro? Why would they have you on their show? You think that they're afraid of you? It has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with fear. I think there's no benefit in it for them. Why would they have some negative, toxic dude who can't get through 5 seconds without insulting somebody on their show? Why would they do that? It's not going to build up their platform. It's not going to help them. Just call them a profiteer and move about your business. I've said that. I've made videos about these guys. They're profiteers. I made a whole bunch of videos about Richard Cooper saying that he mixes the red pill with Pua, and that's, not necessarily cool. It's not cool when you say that Pua is a part of the red pill. The red pill is just the truth. Pua is a practice. You could break it down and say they're all ideologies, they're all genres, or they're all subgenres within the specific genre of the manosphere, as you say in this video, which is fairly correct. Whatever. The manosphere is a lot of different things. But what I don't like is when someone like Richard Cooper conflates the red pill with Pua, because they are two different things. And the problem with that is a lot of guys need the truth when it comes to female behavior. So if you're mixing a lot of Pua ideology in with the truth of the red pill, it can be conflicting. It can be confusing. So, with that said, the red pill truths themselves can and should, in a way, complement game, because the more you know the truth about female nature, the better you should be and will be at game. Anyways, man, I'm not going to get back too far into that. But anyway, so he responds and he says, I went over an hour with John without insults. Maybe it's because your simp nature makes you only focus on the end. Enjoy the divorce court, simpy. So literally, as I said, I respond to him in it, right here. It says, literally, he claims that he can go without insulting, and in the next sentence he insults me, right? He's like, oh, I went, he's trying to prove that he can go without insulting. So he's like, oh, I went over an hour with John without insults. And then literally in the next sentence, enjoy the divorce court, simpy. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Well, don't enjoy this. We'll enjoy the divorce court. Like, what? Where did you? Where'd you even get that? Oh, because I think that you're toxic and that you insult people. That means I'm gonna go get married. Like, what is that even? How would you even correlate that? I don't get where you're going with that, bro. All right. Anyway, so because I'm criticizing him, therefore I'm a white knight beta or something. Like, dude, are you in 12th grade? Are you 16? How old are you, man? You're 25 now. It's time to grow up, man. Come on, stop with this, bullshit sophomoric behavior. There's nothing alpha. There's nothing cool about that, bro. I get it. There's a lot of immature dudes out there, a lot of immature little 22-year-old kids out there who get rejected by women, and it pisses them off. And they need to hear somebody insult women to make them feel better. Dude, that's your job. That's your corner. That's your niche. I get it, dude. But there's other people out here in the red pill, like myself and like others, who have a little bit more class, and we speak the truth. And we're not out here trying to make money off of shock value, bro, which you obviously are, which is fine, man. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, whatever. All I'm saying is, dude, you're hypocritical, and at times it's toxic. That's all. I came in, a year or two ago on Donovan Sharp. I came in a year or two ago on Richard Cooper, Rollo Tomasi. I'm a small channel. These guys aren't responding to me. It is what it is. I speak my truth. That's all. You responded, cool. Well, here's how I feel about it, J-Molf, I get what you were doing with J-Molf. You yourself admitted why you didn't attack him straight on. It was planned so he would bury himself. And you did a good job. Kudos. You surgically took him down. I mean, I don't know if I'd say fully take him down. I mean, you did a good job at exposing some inconsistencies within his story and his whole persona. I think you should have touched a little bit more on why he left RSD. You could have done some research. It seems that John himself does a little more research than you do. He actually got fired from RSD, and the reason why was because of that kidnapping charge or whatever, all that happened with that. You could have hit him a little harder on that if you would have done a little bit of research and realized one of the reasons why he gets so upset with RSD and why he's got a ton of videos against RSD is because that's how he started out his game career, if you will, is with RSD, and they fired him because of that, and so therefore he hates them, essentially, blah blah blah, which is why he makes all these videos against them. And that's relevant because you could have just poked a big hole in his whole his whole YouTube, persona, and his whole YouTube, impetus being on YouTube, which is to attack and take down people. So you could have. There's a lot more you could have done with that, but it's not. Again, it's not hard to take down J-Mo. The guy's obviously a fraud. He has no infield footage videos, none. There's nothing really that ever proves. So that's why Alex. I even actually made a comment on Alex Playing with Fire's channel, and I said the same thing. I said, you realize, Alex, that there's no, and I tagged him or whatever, and he responded, but he didn't really respond to the question directly. He skirted away from me calling him out, and I said, you realize that there's actually no real infield footage. I think he responded. I think somebody else responded, and then he responded to somebody else. So he read my comment, but he didn't respond to me directly, because you can't, because there really is no infield footage of John Anthony ever polling or ever successfully hooking up with a girl. It just doesn't exist. I have his program, Occam's Razor. I don't have his newer programs, but I have his program, Occam's Razor, and he's got infield footage on that program, John Anthony does, of himself gaming, but he has no polls. It's not hard to walk up to a girl, chat her up, and get her number. That's not hard in real life. What's hard is creating attraction. What's hard is getting a solid number and actually polling to your apartment, or polling and actually hooking up. That's what's hard. Girls give out their numbers all the time, and then they just flake, and they don't ever respond. That's all he's got on his program. You could have touched on that, but again, you didn't really seem to do much research. You just kind of went off hearsay, and sometimes hearsay is limited, although you got some truths in there. But anyway, so you plan to do that so he would bury himself, which is what you did, and you laughed, and like a hyena, and kind of made yourself look silly afterwards, which is, I get it. It was exciting for you. That's fine. And you did a good job. You did a good job at making him look bad, but that's not hard. And he's a fraud, obviously. However, along with that, what you did was you exposed yourself. So you called him out, and in the process of calling him out, you exposed yourself. So you claimed on there that you got some Bible beliefs, you've got some traditional value beliefs, which is good. I do too. I'm an adherent of that, and I'm fully supportive of that in everybody. However, in the same breath, as you tend to do, in the same breath, you said that you just pump and dump. Okay, well, where does it say that in the Bible? How is that a traditional value, to pump and dump? So on the one hand, you are claiming women should be pure, shouldn't sleep around, you want virgins. On the other hand, you're probably far from being a virgin yourself. I don't know what your lay count is. You said it was in the 80s on J-Mo's debate. You said your lay count is in the 80s. So you don't think you deserve a girl who's got a lay count in the 80s? How is it different? I mean, yes, I understand that it's different, that women have it easier. Women have a easier market to choose from, in the sense that, yes, they can go out and get laid anytime they want, and we can't. But at the end of the day, sex is sex. You're sticking your private part in her private part, and she's receiving you, and you're giving, and it is what it is. So it takes two to tango, bro. So you got an 80 lay count, and yet you want a virgin. Is that not hypocrisy? Is that not a double standard, bro? Like, let's just be real. Let's be objective here, right? That's it's hypocritical, man. So you proved you're a hypocrite by claiming you want a pure virgin, but ironically spewing your profanity all over with bragging about pumping and dumping. Yeah, so you sit there and you're like, I want a virgin, and in the next breath you're talking about you want to fill these ladies up with zinc. I get it, man. It's shock value, and you need listeners, and it's not boring per se, but after a while, I kind of get a sick feeling in my stomach after I listen to you for like 15 minutes, because I'm just like, dude, like every other sentence you say something really toxic and negative and demeaning. You know what I mean? And this is what you got to do to get attention on a channel. I remember following you back in like 2016, 2017 when you first came out. And I thought, okay, that's a cool idea, because you were putting up stuff and you were tearing it down. You're putting up videos and tearing it down, and that's cool, and you're unique, in your little delivery. But at the same time, what's your ultimate expression, right? What's your ultimate what's the taste that you leave in people's mouths? What's the what are you giving away? You know what I mean? Like you're expressing hatred, you're expressing disdain. um, you're it's toxic, man. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like, I get it that there's such a thing called red pill rage, that guys go through, a lot of period of anger and bitterness over women, whether it's being rejected, or whether a woman cheated on them or broke up with them or did them wrong, or I've been through all that shit, man. And I get it. I understand what red pill rage is. I've had mine, although you got to be careful. It's borderline. It's borderline. Anyway, it's just toxic. When when the way you talk. So yeah, but yeah. So just to wrap this up, bottom line, you don't follow your own standards. So how's that going to help men? How are you going to help men? By teaching them it's okay not to practice what you preach, right? So on the one hand you're saying, oh, we want virgins, da 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 da. On the other hand, you're bragging about pumping and dumping the hose, right? What's up, man? What's up with that? That ain't cool. That ain't what a real man is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's one thing to just be like, admit it and be like, yeah, man, I prefer a virgin, but I myself am not a virgin, and I know that that's inconsistent. That's respectable. You admit that you're inconsistent to your own beliefs. At least you admit it. It's better it's better to be like, yeah, I'm wrong. I shouldn't sleep around, but you know what? I like pussy, and I don't like, I don't want one of these sluts to marry, which is fine. Most guys don't. That's a man thing, but yeah, it's like do you even see that how you're being a hypocrite? Like, do you even get it yourself? Do you not understand that, like, that's two different things? That's a double standard. You're claiming you want a virgin, but you yourself are just this man-ho. You're a man-ho, bro. If it's even true that you're getting laid as much as you claim, So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think we can do better in the red pill, man, than this crap. You know what I mean? The shock value, immature stuff. I think that this really gives us a bad taste in our mouth. Or excuse me, this gives the world a bad taste in its mouth towards red pill guys when people act like this. It was cute and funny for a while in 2017, man, but you're gonna make your whole career on this. You're gonna be 35 doing the same thing. I mean, what do you think? You're like Tom Likas or something? Actually, even Tom Likas was more clever with it than you. He could insult somebody without using profanity. He could insult somebody in a classy way by proving a classy point, and he would make his points. That's Tom Likas, and he did it on a national level on a syndicated radio station. You know what I mean? Anyway, bro. Yeah, man. Not much else to say about that. Appreciate y'all listening. Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.